3 things you promised yourself before you were born that were going to help you attract all the success, money, happiness, and love that you desired, and you forgot these things. I want to remind them of you. This is Jake Ducey with JakeDucey.com, and let's dive into 3 things you forgot that you promised yourself when you were born. Number 1, you would not shrink yourself. Have you ever before just kind of started to shrink yourself? Like you really were on fire, you were so happy, great things were going for you, and somebody else didn't have what they wanted quite to the level that you had, and so you kind of shrunk yourself. Instead of being like, this is the best life ever, you kind of shrunk yourself. Or maybe before you were too afraid to stand out. Maybe before you had a big dream but you were too afraid of what people would think. Maybe before you wanted to travel around the world, move to the other side of the world, start your dream business, get a raise. You had an idea you wanted to share on the job. You had this nonprofit or this cool idea or product you thought could make a difference in the world, or you thought that you could create financial independence for yourself, but you didn't pursue it because you didn't know what people would think. You promised yourself that you would not shrink yourself. You promised yourself that you would be uncommon, that you would be bold, that you would go after your big dreams, that you would set big goals that scared you. You promised yourself that you would take up the courage to create your own reality, that you wouldn't shrink if people didn't get it or they questioned you, or if you got afraid. You would not shrink. You know, it's no measure of being a child of God, of the universe, of spirit, of energy, whatever word you want to call for the source of creation. It's no measure to be connected to that when we just hide in the shadows. And you promise yourself. So my invitation to you is this: where can you be bolder? Where can you be more daring? Where can you go after your big dream? Where is there somebody in your life you're attracted to and you've been too afraid to ask them out? You're shrinking. Where can you be bold and daring? Where can you take that next big step because you promised yourself you would live big? And if you live big, the universe would meet you there. I always say that life doesn't level up until you show up. And when we remember to start leveling up and not shrink ourselves, to be bold, to be different, to be brave, to be strong, beautiful things show up in our life. Number 2, you promise yourself you would use the abundance of the universe, of this beautiful world, to create the best life possible. Yet what's happened? We think, we shouldn't have that much because somebody else won't have much. If you make a lot of money, somebody else is going to lose money. That's not the way it really works, but that's what we believe. We believe, if I live my dream life, somebody else will lose. We're instilled and inherited with guilt and shame. That's the way we're controlled by our world. We forget that the universe, that God, that whatever you want to call it, it meant us to live a prosperous and full life. And your desire for your dream house, or to earn the money you want, or to start your nonprofit, or to travel around the world, or whatever it is that you want to do, that desire is really the universe of infinite possibilities that's seeking expression through you. This possibility of your dream and your desire is just seeking fulfillment. You came here to experience life, to experience beauty and joy and sorrow and pain and abundance and prosperity and joy, so that you could realize yourself as the creator of your life. Yet what's happened is we're afraid to be too big. We're afraid to say, I want this, so we push away our desires. And today we have the most powerful world ever. The internet connects us all around the world. You can create your dream business through the internet if you wanted to. You have the opportunity to connect with people all around the world. If you look at the universe as a whole, it's just like everything in the universe is abundant. You wake up in the middle of the night, you look outside, there's zillions and zillions of stars. The rain falls down, it builds these beautiful trees, there's the ocean, there's the oxygen. It's so abundant, and the only non-abundance is our little egos, EGO, edging God out, this little part of ourselves that edges God out, and it's like, well, if I win, somebody else will lose, and I don't think I'm good enough to ask that person out, and oh, if I go back to school to get my degree, it might take me too long, and I don't think I can do it, and oh, I don't know if I could reach that goal, I might fail at it, and it's scary, and what would they think of me? And we get immediately in this place of lack and limitation. What I invite you to consider is that from abundance, you may take abundance and still abundance will remain. I'm going to repeat that. From abundance, you can take abundance and still abundance is going to remain. We live in a totally infinite world. We're a part of the universe, of God, of whatever you want to call it. And we're meant to live a prosperous life. And so I invite you to drop any idea in your head that says you are not meant to live a bold, happy, beautiful, joyous life, because that's what you're here for. Forget anyone who tells you different. Forget any thought processes you have in your head. By you being the happiest, healthiest, wealthiest version of yourself, you're going to inspire other people to meet you there. You're not going to do that by shrinking yourself. And if you have trouble with that, download my free success hypnosis, jakeshypnosis.com, to program your subconscious mind for success, for abundance, for prosperity, because it's all subconscious programming that we can change just like that. Number 3, you said fear would not stop you. You said fear wouldn't stop you. You promised yourself that you would have fear and you would use it as a growing experience. Guess what? Because we came here as human beings, we incarnated as human beings, spiritual beings in a human body, so that we could face challenges in life and we could overcome them. Why? So that we could grow. So that we could realize ourselves as creators, so that we could grow more into our power, so that we could reach more of our potential, so that we can learn more lessons and evolve more as a soul, as a spiritual being. And so fear, you decided that you would have it so that you can learn to use your mind and your spirit and your heart to overcome it. And so if you're scared about your big goals, your big desires, you want to ask that person out, you want to start your dream business, you want to go back to school to get a degree, you want to leave school because you want to be an artist, whatever it is, the big fears, my invitation to you is to find some way to face them today. Find some way to face those big fears, because you made a promise to yourself that you wouldn't let fear stop you. You made a promise to yourself that you would use fear to help you grow as a person. If you're scared, it's okay. Remember what Nelson Mandela said, courage isn't the absence of fear, it's when we're scared and we do something anyways. So this is Jake Ducey with JakeDucey.com. Download my free success hypnosis down below, JakesHypnosis.com, to reprogram your subconscious mind. Press the subscribe button in the corner right over there and hit the bell notification. I'm so excited because we finished the Second Mind Neuroprogrammer. What is that? It's a piece of software that's designed to literally rewire the brain, because every day I make as much inspirational content as I can, but information alone won't change your life. What happens is the brain, the neurocircuitry of the brain wires in a certain way. So your brain is conditioned to attract maybe lack of financial prosperity or confidence or love or happiness or health. And the brain needs to be retrained and rewired. So we created the Second Mind Neuroprogrammer. It's taken us a really long time to create it, and we finally got it done. You can demo it totally for free. It's thesecondmind.com, thesecondmind.com. So go ahead, demo that, check that out. I'll see you on the next video, and I'm wishing you a beautiful day.